There's a song that I really like. It's by Madison Ryan. Yeah. She says, "Keep me in your mirror, but don't take your eyes off the road." I may just have been a part of your life to teach you something. That doesn't mean you need to hold on to me and leave the rest of the road alone. Keep me in your mirror. Remember what we had, but go on with your life. That's the beauty about life. Nothing is ever yours in this universe. Everything is fluid, just like money. It will come to me, tomorrow it's yours. So, as much as everything is fluid, we need to understand that I'm with this person for this moment, and tomorrow it may be different. So I'm just going to hold on to what we have for now and recognize that when it comes to an end, it's okay. That's life. That's how fluid it is. And all we can do is just enjoy it as it comes. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Welcome back, guys, to Modern Day Campfire. I am your host, Ivy, and I'm here together with the magnificent, the good hair guy. Introduce yourself, please.
Yeah, hello guys. My name is Martin Sambia, and I'm very, very happy to be in the presence of Ivy Nyana. It's Nyana.
Nyana is that's actually a quote from primary school. Oh. Nyana is my nickname.
Oh.
That even my parents now use.
Use it. Oh.
Yeah. So it's Ivy Anna.
Ivy Anna. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Nyana will do. Those are the
Yeah.
story. Let me stick to Nyana.
Okay, yeah, Nyana. But I
Nyana
use
is
it a lot. I use it everywhere. All my socials and whatnot. Yeah.
You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
It's been a long time coming. This is like the third month.
The third month, yeah.
I see it was December.
Towards December. It was in November. It was November.
It was November.
Yeah, I didn't do any video on deck.
Okay.
So it was November.
Yeah, then we had deck, Jan. In February.
We are in February.
The month of love.
Yeah.
Please save us.
Before we start, what are you most grateful about for today?
For today?
Yeah.
I'm grateful that I had the energy. I told you in the morning yeah. I slept late, woke up with a cold. So a lot of things were pushing me towards not coming. But I'm grateful that, I got the energy and decided to do it even when you're not at your best. Yeah, so I'm grateful for that. And the weather's been good. Nairobi weather is crazy. So the weather's been good. So I'm grateful for that. And friendship too. Yeah. And you?
Me too. I'm grateful for this. And even when I woke up, like I did a bottle paint.
Okay.
Yeah, and it
I
turned out.
Yeah.
It turned out dope. Yeah, this one, yeah, black and white. I'll share it with you.
Okay.
Yeah, it really turned out dope. And you when you told me like you weren't like you didn't have the energy. Yeah, I was okay with it. Now you deciding like you are coming. Yeah,
let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, that takes. Yeah, and also being here, I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah.
And being the first podcast of the year, you being the guest also. Yeah, I'm very grateful for that.
Now that I know that, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so my second question will be like, could you just tell us a bit little background about yourself?
Emphasis on little. Okay. I'll emphasize on little. I have too much to talk about, but yeah, I'll emphasize on the little. Yeah, last born of four, only girl. I started school in Riyadh, so that's primary school up to class 6, then switched to St. Hannah's. The standards are not the same. To some people, it may be the same, but then Kuzoea. Oh, and also, I don't know if I should say that. I grew up in Kileleshwa. I still live there to this date. My brothers and everybody else didn't live. They've not grown up there.
Oh, you born and raised there?
Not born. I was born in Jamuhuri. But then before I even got to my first year of kindergarten, we moved to Kileleshwa. So it's all I've known, and that's where I had all my friends from. That's basically been my life. When I come to any point in my memory for recollection, I always remember where I am now, that where I live, Kilelesha right now. So yeah, so Riara, then St. Hannah's, that's I finished my primary school. Then like I said, when we were talking about me being the only girl and being the last one, how people think you're gonna be pampered, how you're the one who's, the baby of the family. I was the only one who was going to schools outside of Nairobi. So for high school, I went to Naivasha Girls. You talked about it being my dream school. I had no dreams or aspirations at that time.
Oh, for real.
So me, I was just flowing with wherever where the water was going.
But I'm sure you had like the school not to go. Like for me personally, I didn't want any school close to Eldoret. That is where I was born and raised. For you, were you okay with being in any school around your place?
I actually did not mind.
Or you didn't mind? Okay.
I'm more of like a fluid person. As it comes, it comes. As it goes, it goes. I'm not gonna struggle to change anything. And my parents are not like that. So they really tried changing from Naivasha Girls to somewhere else. But me being the fluid person I am is, there's a reason for being here.
Yeah.
Probably there wasn't, but yeah, there was
Yeah.
a reason for being there. And so that was my high school. And then from high school, I moved even further for uni. I went to Kirinyaga. My brothers, hey, the one I follow, Riara, what was that school? Sunshine, Riara, even university.
Oh.
Yeah, so the difference between me and my brothers, people have been in Nairobi,
Okay.
but the person you least expect to be like going outside is the one who's venturing outside. But I feel like going through all of that, whatever that was, really built me as a human being and built my character in the sense that I can survive basically anywhere. I've learned skills on how to live alone, to self soothe, to enjoy being alone wherever you are, and also to embrace the environment you're in as long as you're there. Especially now after uni, I realized how much I really liked Kirinyaga. Being away and on your own and whatnot, I really wish I could go back to embrace it even more than I did. Yeah, so that's one thing. It's built a lot of resilience in my character. I am a lot more open also because you meet a lot of people on different walks of the earth, and it also builds you getting to build relationships with all of these other different people. I'm 100% sure if I was as sheltered as my brothers were to this day, there's a lot in my character that would have completely changed. Things that I don't even know if I'd be able to live with then if things had changed, but I wouldn't know the difference. So I'd think that was just life.
Yeah.
But I am so grateful and I can't wait to see what life has in store for me after experiencing all of that. Yeah,
Yeah, that is quite a background.
it
Nah,
is.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that is dope. And like, um, what are you up to currently?
Ah,
Yeah.
currently, I just graduated last year. So
Congratulations.
thank you,
It
thank
ain't
you.
easy.
Eh,
It really ain't easy.
yo.
Yeah.
It really is not.
Yeah.
It really is not. Yeah. So after graduation, even before graduation, most of what I had been doing is volunteering.
Mm.
So I'm still doing a lot of volunteering. I feel like my passion in life or my goal in life is to help as many as I can, including myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm more on the humanitarian side of life. I enjoy being with people. So I've been volunteering a lot. There's been a group I've been volunteering with. It's called Keeping a Girl in School. I'm freshly new to the group, but we went all the way to Isiolo for I think it was my first volunteering gig. We went all the way to Isiolo just to educate people on menstrual health, and I feel like not necessarily menstrual health, but my theme of my life is just help as much as you can because the more you fill other people's cups, the more your cup gets filled. I feel like that's how my life is. Yeah. Yeah. So basically volunteering, looking for internships, looking for a job. That's a bit on the secondary side. Because imagine on the 14th of this month,
Yeah.
I'm out here volunteering.
Or you will be
I'll be
volunteering.
volunteering,
Okay,
yeah.
what would be the occasion?
So it's again what I'm with keeping a girl in school.
Good.
There's a pad drive. We're going to now a high school to educate the girls on whatnot. Yeah, so it's a good way to spend my time.
Yeah, whether it is a day of love,
Yeah.
it's not like just limited to romantic love.
Yeah, eros and whatnot.
Yeah, kuna all other aspect of love.
Mm.
And like, how do you view love? Like, what is love to you?
To me, I was
Yeah.
actually thinking about it on the way here because I knew that question was gonna come up,
Uh-huh.
and I
And
like that you
why
said.
did you why were you sure that question was gonna come?
I just had a feeling. I just knew something like that. With this vibe, it has
Okay.
to come up.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So, like you said, what is love to me?
Mhm.
I believe love is it's a form of dedication to it's a willing dedication to someone you're attracted to, because you can't be in love with someone you're not attracted to. It doesn't have to be physically, it could be mentally, emotionally, um financially also. That could be a
Physically.
form,
Yeah.
yeah, physically.
Uh-huh.
So however attracted you are,
Mhm.
it's the undying, you dedicate yourself to this person
Mhm.
willingly, and yeah, no matter what happens, you're there, you're gonna work through it. That's what love is to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does. It does.
the
It does. Yeah,
dedication
Didik.
to unattracted.
Yeah, and I concur with you.
Yeah.
I agree. So maybe my question is, now this is based on romantic relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. If someone was to tell you like uh just because it is true, it is never meant like, oh, just because it is true, it doesn't mean that it can't end. Just because it is true, it doesn't mean that it can't end.
Mm.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, I fully.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I agree completely. I've been through a few scenarios that have proved that to me. One just ended, one ongoing that it keeps teaching you that just because it's great, just because it's what you've been wishing for, doesn't mean that it's what you're destined for. There's a song that I really like. It's by Madison Ryan. Yeah, she says, "Keep me in your mirror, but don't take your eyes off the road." I may just have been a part of your life to teach you something,
Something, yeah, to play a role.
but that doesn't mean you need to hold on to me and leave the rest of the road alone. Keep me in your mirror. Remember what we had, but go on with your life.
Like,
That's the beauty about life. You could wallow yourself, you could drain yourself just by holding on to something that could have been, but then could have kilasa. No, you need to also you get your things together, get your shit straight and realize that it doesn't always have to end beautifully,
mm,
or it doesn't always have to end. Oh,
or to last forever.
yeah, it
Uh-huh.
doesn't always have to
Last
last
forever.
forever.
Uh-huh.
Good things come to an end, and it's better when it ends beautifully. It's better when you have more memories than hatred to carry along as you're going through that road, the path that you have for your life.
Mm.
Yeah, when it comes to love. So being able to understand, and also another thing when it comes to not holding on is why we keep holding on is because we think we have this ownership over the person, over whatever this love is. This is mine. But nothing is ever yours in this universe.
Yeah.
Everything is fluid,
Yeah,
just like money. It will come to me tomorrow, it's yours.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, as much as everything is fluid, we need to understand that I'm with this person for this moment, and tomorrow it may be different. So, I'm just going to hold on to what we have for now and recognize that when it comes to an end, it's okay. That's life, that's how fluid it is, and all we can do is just enjoy it as it comes. Yeah.
Yeah. Word. Word.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah. Today,
Yeah.
yeah, that is powerful. That is
Yeah.
powerful. Another question is like, what type of life do you desire? Putting everything in scope.
I want a very. You were going to ask something else. No?
Yeah, follow-up question.
Okay.
Yeah.
ask the follow-up questions so I can wrap it up
Oh, you can map
together.
it up. Okay,
Yeah.
and that I would also want you like to now conclude with what abundance is to you.
Okay.
Yeah, fully based on the life you desire.
Mm.
Uh-huh.
I want a very quiet life.
Quiet.
Yes. Quiet meaning away from the city, away from there's a life that we the civilized have boxed ourselves into.
Mhm.
Like you always have to
Kidogo
wake
tu
up
is
early.
my like inawaka and it's
Iko
not
green.
blinking.
No.
Oh, nice.
Uko fiti.
Uko
You're like,
fiti pia.
guy, okay, we're okay.
Yeah, we are okay.
Perfect.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Yeah. So there is a life that civilization has brought upon us that really eats your head.
Mhm.
Like the 9 to 5, most people don't really enjoy 9 to 5s. So you feel like you're just being something is chiseling off your being as a whole
Mhm.
and your spirit every time. In my opinion, this 9 to 5, this rush lifestyle. Don't get me wrong, me, I love a good time.
Mhm.
I love the clubbing, going out. That
Yeah.
scene is
Uh-huh.
my scene.
Yeah.
But the quiet lifestyle I want is I want to live away from the city. So in
Mhm.
like a Kaushago setting, and I feel like my uni has pushed on that.
Oh, Kirinyaga.
Like just
Uh-huh.
something quiet where I can have my own garden and grow my own fruits,
Mhm.
you know, my flowers and whatnot, and be able to wake up, feel the sun on my face every single day, at every single moment of my life. I feel like now that's going to give me so much abundance. Just being able to be in the moment, as we said.
Yeah, yeah.
And I feel like being away from the city and just living that quiet life is what's going to make me fully understand and embrace the abundance and the grace and make me more grateful for all that we have. The
Mhm.
things we take advantage of, having andoma or like a sweet potato on your plate, you'd know the work that it got, like the work you put into in that
True.
small garden of yours,
Uh-huh.
to be able, even when you prune or you take that waru or whatever, you're gonna be
Yeah.
like, this is the work of my hand.
Yeah.
That's being grateful.
Yeah.
And just that small thing is gonna make you, it's gonna multiply. It doesn't mean in your, what is it, the gardening and whatnot. It could mean in any other place
Wait,
of your
yeah, yeah.
life. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You just get into that spirit of being grateful, and that's gonna bring you way much more abundance.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
also like you talking about that Kanduma process,
Mm,
like I'm noticing I know like there was a conflict kidogo. I was listening to something about the Jews.
mm-hmm,
So for them to support the ecosystem, they believe like kuna those things that you don't have to do for yourself. Like maybe
mm,
fixing your car, get someone to do it for you. Like washing your clothes, don't get someone to do it for you.
mm-hmm,
Cooking, they want to like they believe God like financial ecosystem it's supposed
mm,
to be like when you're capable of something unachia other people they do it, which is okay.
yeah.
But I came to notice that the best way we do get to attach to ourselves, and we just get close to ourselves, things like washing utensils, taking care of the
Mm,
garden, cooking, like those are the things that is the only way sometimes to escape this noise. Because
mm,
ukipata hadi, for example, to like me too, when it comes to personally, I don't feel like I want to be anywhere close to 9 to 5.
mm,
But I believe like there are those people who like 9 to 5 serves them. Like if it is serving your purpose, well and good. There are those people who they really get to grow when they are in that environment of
yeah.
supervision, and there are those who maybe being there like it's limiting. For
Mm,
me, the life that I view a life where even when I'm raising a family, I nikuwe fully able to show up physically, mentally, emotionally. Nikiongelea physically ni hadi putting finances in scope.
mm,
So I don't have to like I don't have to like compromise for something, because this is something that once happened in my life.
Yeah.
I was in school. I was in class 7, I guess. Class 7 or class 6. Yeah, I was in class 6, and it was a visiting, and I was performing a poem. So when I did it to the school, and with the kids with their parents, and they were happy, and I felt like I saw what it brought to their face. Even when I was doing it, like I could read the room, and I could control the room, and I really felt it, and I felt so powerful. And when I was done, my mom wasn't there, but alikuwa ametuma some family members. I was happy she did that, but the fact that she wasn't there, I felt a type of a way. And that absence, like, it can't be justified with the fact that she was doing something meaningful for her to be able to cater for the school fees, for me to be in a good school, for me even to get that food, like, yeah, it can't be, and it is okay. But I don't want the same cycle to happen. I believe, like, abundantly, I can be there in all aspects. Like, I can be there financially and still be there present, spend with time with them, and still be there emotionally. Because repetition of that, maybe it created another version of me that maybe I can't attest, but maybe something happened there. Like, maybe I got that treatment maybe repeatedly, or maybe, like, I can't count. Maybe I can, maybe if I justified what happened there and I be okay with it, I can't maybe define the number of times I can do it to my kids. But I just want to be abundantly. I want, like, I don't want to give a room for something close to that.
Excuse.
Yeah, for an yeah. So when you look at something like 9 to 5, maybe kuna those people who are really, really making good money out of it. But with life, I believe lazima kuwe na balance. When you have a lot of time with no money, you are poor, and honestly speaking, kuna type of way you will feel. So vice versa, when you have a lot of money with no time, they really feel something. Kuna those people who believe, like, when you have money hakuna problem, but the way they feel, the way that you can't use your money the way you want to. Because what I came to notice, like, time creates the difference. Even if you are intending to come up with something, maybe you could fully based on passive income. When you have a lot of time, it's so easy for you to show up physically, mentally, and even that financially, when you have a lot of time. But when you compromise time, you have to sacrifice a lot of things. So maybe at our age, like, it's easier said than done, but maybe you can just start focusing on how to create that type of life, because it is possible. I believe it is possible, and it will save us from all those noises. And like, the one you said, like, we are stuck into. Because ukiangalia kuna those things, honestly, like things like cooking, people are now like putting it aside, and they don't know what really, like, it's about the process. They don't know what it really
not
happened.
the outcome.
Yeah, it's about the process. Things like cooking, sometimes even doing laundry for yourself, it really does a lot. Like, kuna those people who can't do it because they believe they don't have time for that. It's okay, lakini I feel like sometimes creating time for that, yeah. And that is how, like, I did a video which was about being more, less, like, stop doing more and start being more. So, like, many of us, we like being more. The whole point of it was being more. It's easy. Yeah, sorry, doing more is easy. Like, doing more is easy, because tena, like, it's easy because it's just some. You don't have to think. You just have to be.
You can do it as a robot.
You can do it subconsciously. Yeah, it's so easy. And being stuck there inafanya we lack this time of creating a space of just being with yourself and asking ourselves, like, even getting this clarity, is this making me happy? Is this where I want to be? Is this what I want to do? Like, when you do more, you miss that time for that. But when you try to be more, it's all about resting and thinking. And now when you go and touch those things in a multiply. Yeah. So
I hear that
yeah.
a lot. And I think that's something that's coming up with our generation. But
Mhm.
again, the only reason why it's coming up with our generation is we've seen these other generations wamejaribu kufanya how they've been doing it, but it's not working. That's why we have the stick 9 to 5, but it's not working for us. That's why you'll find immediately 4:30 in Africa, there's people getting out of the offices because they don't understand why I'm still
Still
there.
here.
And I like that about our generation. We really understand that. And I feel like any other generation would have done this if they were given the same opportunities we had and if they were in our shoes at this moment and in time. We just need to breathe. There's too much fast forwarding, fast pacing. Everything is too fast paced. We need to breathe, take in the moment, because why are you on earth? You're not here to work.
Exactly.
You're here to live.
Yeah.
You're here to embrace everything that comes each day as it comes. So just rest.
Rest.
The
Yeah.
day will happen whether you work or not.
Or not. Yeah.
So it depends on how you're gonna go about it.
Yeah.
Rest,
Rest.
be in the moment. Like there's people who, like when it comes to that resting and being in the moment, there's someone who'll be like, wake up, make your coffee the way you'd make it mbio mbio. Now sit down and be intentional with
With
making
it.
it.
Yeah.
Breathe as you make it,
It.
because you're like, this is something that's going to nourish your body. You expect whatever you speak into it. I expect this coffee to bring me um energy throughout the day. I expect this coffee to nourish my body. I expect it to bring me liveliness. All of that is still within you, but how you approach the coffee is going to make a whole difference. Because there's times you'll drink coffee, you feel like you're gonna sleep because your intentions with the coffee weren't 100% straight.
Yeah.
So by just
Yeah. True. True.
resting and looking at what you really need, life is just gonna work out.
Yeah, and a lot of things happen in those two small things that you've
Yeah.
mentioned. Like what I came to notice, even me, I was a victim in this. Like people are aware out here, but like we only focus on big things. Like ikikuja to things like intentionality, now it's big things. Maybe now when you're going to a bigger interview, ama during your graduation day, ama during your exams, and we, by focusing on that, we really miss a lot, even being in the present. Because like I just like when it comes to things like even schoolwork, I feel like maybe if we had learned to be present earlier, hakungekuwa na that pressure towards the end. Graduation ingekuwa, it is a big moment, but like kuna days to be celebrated, sometimes even more than that graduation. Yeah, kuna those days, even kama kuna this thing I saw, and it was very interesting. It showed how important a day is, and like a lot of things do happen in a day, like you preparing your coffee, even just leaving for work. Like unaona where people do mess with comparison, where people do mess with comparison is just looking at our life with something always bigger than ourselves. Sometimes, like, for comparison to be fair, we need to look at it up and below. When I go to work, kuna someone who will just compare themselves with, like, now I'm using a public vehicle and others maybe are using their private cars. Bado still kuna this aspect ya kuna those cars won't reach their destination. Like this is something which has been made by human, and we are born to error. And even someone who is driving it, life do happens, accidents exist, and you are not special enough for something like that.
Yeah, to
Like
not happen.
to not happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the driver drives it carelessly, you are done. Even if kukue na ki,
No matter how safe you are.
oh yeah, no matter how
Yeah.
safe you are, you're done. So when you look at comparison from both aspects, you really get to understand, like, man, there is a lot of things to be appreciated, even us
Yes.
being here to be appreciated. So many people don't. Hey, on camera. Thank you.
Off camera.
Off camera. Okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
So many people, like, when we start to focus on these two minute details, it always compound to something bigger. It just become a routine. Like even starting your day with body stretches or meditation. Trust me, like when you do that, like inafanya you are going to be very careful with what you're going to do even next. Like the next action. Like, imagine kuna those things you can't do after body stretching. Like you can't even do like a physical exercise, then go to sleep. Maybe it will push you to taking a shower.
To doing
Then
something
after shower,
else.
you'll be having a fresh mind. Maybe you'll prepare something to eat. After that, like it always compound to something bigger. And it's all about being in the present, as you've
Yeah.
mentioned. Yeah, it's all about that. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah, it's about that.
that's very true. Yo,
Okay.
that part for being, yeah. So I've been trying to, not trying, I've been
Oh.
doing this thing since, I want to say December.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I wake up early enough to run. I run, no, I jog, and then I walk. So I make sure I've done at least 8 kilometers before 8 p.m. before 8 a.m.
8 a.m.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
when I don't do that, I
Your
am
day
in
is
a
different.
slump.
Uh-huh.
I didn't do that today. So
Oh, that's
I
why.
get in a crazy slump.
Uh-huh.
When I do that, I already find myself by a certain time, uko too active. There's, like you said, where's rudi kulala?
Mm-hmm.
Your body is already ready for the day. So
Yeah.
all you
Uh-huh.
can do is be active, and
Yeah.
setting intentions for the day
For
also
the
comes
day.
with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Being It's
Yeah.
crazy, but
It
yeah,
it
I see
really
the
the
difference.
difference. And also like Adi like pia hauwezi rudi kulala, but Adi unapata when you decide to sleep again, like it's very intentional, like now I'm going to rest,
I'm resting.
rejuvenating, then I go back to this. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
different. Even
Yeah.
it won't be like won't feel guilty out of it. Like unapata
Mm.
your belief system now it's serving you. Like now even when you decide to sleep during the day, now this is rest. You're not going to beat
Yeah.
yourself. But when it is vice versa, when you sleep, you'll just feel like, man, I'm lazy. I'm not doing anything and
Mm.
everything. Yeah. So just being intentional about everything you do as soon as you wake up. Oh, and here is the nini I wanted to share with you. So someone was asked, if you are to trade, if I was to give you like maybe 600 million for you not to see tomorrow, will you take it?
No.
Exactly. And
No. Yeah.
no one will take
Good.
that offer. No
Yeah.
one will take that offer. And like in Onesha, how special tomorrow is, like
Is.
it can't be
Yeah.
traded with anything. Like it can't be traded with anything. And looking like and just looking at it like that, like just understanding that question. For those people who maybe our get, and it's
Mm.
okay, it takes time.
Mm.
But by just understanding that, like it shows how your tomorrow is. Like when you wake up tomorrow, as much as maybe things are not falling into place, like
Mm.
just kuna something funny about life, like not everyone like is sure up. Maybe someone can, like not everyone is like they wanna feel everything has fallen into place. Like
Mm.
as much as how good it might look like, but those people still do worry. And those who
Yeah.
don't worry are now those who are at a better place, and not like on a material level or anything,
Mm.
like just
On a wavelength
on their
level.
wavelength. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the lesser you
Mm.
worry, because life is just about wisdom. The more wiser you become, the less problematic things become. And
Yeah.
it doesn't have to like just when you are wise, you will
Mm.
be rich before the world's prove you to be rich.
True.
You'll start living a wealthy life before the world approve it to you. Like you'll
Mm.
start and imagine that mindset. See, and that is it. Because now kuna those people who really have it and hawana that mindset, and bado. So you've seen the rich with the poverty mentality,
Mm.
people with scarcity mindset, like yeah. So things like greed, it's
Mm.
now like now having it all, but you are not aware of what you have.
Mm-hmm.
But now unapata contentment is not about what you really have or the collection of things or anything. It is a state of being, and it
Yes.
can be attained in any level,
Yeah.
with or without.
True.
Yeah, yeah,
That's very true.
yeah.
And with things like that, it comes to a point where, how do you say it? It's been in my mind the whole time. I forgot it. But yeah, you come to a point where you're kinder to yourself. Like you said, when you change, it's all about changing your perspective.
Yeah,
When now you've worked out or you've done what you needed to do for the day, if you're gonna nap in the afternoon, hautasikia vibaya juu na nap. You're kind. That's already being kinder to yourself.
yourself. Yeah,
And the only person who can hurt yourself to, to hurt you to a point of breaking you is you. No matter what someone else will say, you're also your own biggest enemy.
yeah,
And it's up to you again to change the narrative and to silence that enemy, because whatever your inner enemy is trying to tell you, it's not already come to be. It's
yeah.
always perceptions. Oh, I think you can't.
Very
I
true.
don't think you can.
Can.
What if something bad happens?
Mhm.
No, but what if something good
Good happen.
happens? Who said something bad always has to happen? Who said I am beyond something good happening to me 5 days in a row? And who said just because I want to rest, it's something bad? So the what you used to view as negative becomes positive because you're being kinder to yourself. You're allowing yourself that grace. The same grace that you'd want to give someone else or you'd want someone else to give you is the grace that you should be giving yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just treat yourself as such a delicate being, such a nice person. It's crazy. Once you change your perspective,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Be kind to yourself. Like compliment yourself.
Mhm.
Like that is like, and I was talking to you about this, about affirmation. And
Yeah.
when I was really looking at affirmation, I came to notice like, okay, when someone compliments me, like it always uplifts my spirit. Like, yeah, when someone compliments me, like it really does a lot. And when you look at something like something like affirmation, like it is here to remind you, like you don't have now to rely fully on the outward,
Externally.
because some of it sometimes is not even coming from a good place. It might create an impact, it might serve you, like sometimes it's not coming from a good place. So what if like they decide to be authentic? Now they won't be giving it to you, and maybe you'll feel less about yourself. So like we just have to try to be kind to yourself, gifting, many other things. But what you can start with today, and it's easy, it doesn't have any formula, it doesn't have any price.
True.
Just complimenting yourself. Like look at yourself, and you deserve anything. You deserve anything that you really want.
Desire,
You
yeah.
desire, and you can get anything. And you're like, I've ever heard of this, like a man in a Lamborghini paradox, whereby the guy was driving a Lamborghini, and he went and parked it somewhere. Alafu when he was leaving the car, he was like kuna a guy who was observing him, and he was like, this guy anadmire my life now. He's imagining akiweza kuwa in this Lamborghini, like maybe like he just want to be me. But when that guy, like what that guy was looking at, he wasn't even giving a fuck about the guy who was driving the Lamborghini. He was just imagining himself.
That
It's
feeling.
yeah, yeah. So what really matters is who you really matter. Like life, like you talked about the Sonda, like life is happening. So like as like known as my life is happening and it is important to me, someone else's is happening. So
And it's
when
just
you
as important.
are just as
Yeah.
important to them. So just learn to put yourself first, not in a selfish way or detriment of happiness of others, but in a way that really serves you. Compliment yourself. Like you have a lot of things to compliment. Just look around. The fact that you can watch this,
Yeah.
that is what to that the fact that you can even have that time to do that, that is
Yeah.
something to really really appreciate.
True.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Wise,
Okay.
wise people.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for that. And maybe as we are winding up, if maybe like what stood out for you this week? Something that you feel like it created a perspective shift, or maybe to an improvement, and you feel like sharing, maybe it will create an impact.
What's the nothing? Not
Okay.
not much stood out.
Yeah.
But yesterday when I went for oh no, actually something did stand out.
Yeah.
Crazy. So one of
And
the
it always
mornings,
happen. It always
yeah,
happen.
it's always going to happen.
Yeah, yeah.
So one of the mornings, I have to wake up really early for me to do these runs and walks of mine.
Mm.
And it's by choice. It's not, I'm a morning person. So I feel like doing things very early in the morning is gonna get me set for the day.
For the I do
Yeah,
that too,
yeah.
and
So
could a difference, yeah.
if you don't start at that specific
Yeah.
time, you can't.
You can.
Yeah. So I did go out for my morning jog and whatnot, and it was the first time in like 2 weeks that I actually saw the sunrise. And being a person who likes being in the moment, that was really crazy because the other days that have gone, it's been you're worried if you're gonna get rained on. You know, how is the weather? Am I still gonna have this cold? Is my chest okay with what I'm wearing? But that specific day, I don't know if it was Monday, I looked at the sunrise and I was like, okay, God really outdid himself
Yeah.
today. And then the next day, which was actually yesterday, I didn't go today. So yesterday, where I do my jogging and my walks, there's someone I usually meet at least
Okay.
2-3 times a week. And yesterday, for the first time in a while, we met and they told me, I'm really happy to see you. So I feel like that really gave me a boost in my mood, even if it's not, I may not be going there daily, but I know just by doing what I'm doing, even though I'm working out for myself,
Mm-hmm.
like I said at the beginning, I'm filling someone else's cup. The fact that they are happy to see me knows that I'm doing something right
Yeah.
with me,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't interact
Yeah.
within me.
Uh-huh.
That's showing them that, this is a person who you can also interact with. It's growing outwards.
Yeah.
I'm not only filling my cup, but I'm also filling someone
Someone
else's cup
else's. Uh-huh.
as I'm filling mine. It felt really nice being told that it's nice to see you again. Something that small
Yeah.
can it changed my perspective.
Respect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it really takes a lot for people to appreciate those small things. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It really takes a lot. And we are in a journey. We are in a
Yeah.
journey. And it's okay. It's okay wherever you are at the moment. So I'm
What about
happy.
yours?
About me.
Yeah.
About
The
me.
week. What
About the week.
stood out for
I went
you?
to church.
Okay.
I went to church and they were talking about unpacking God loves,
Mm-hmm.
unpacking God's love, unpacking God's love. Yeah, they were talking about unpacking God's love, and I really, really learned a lot about like that, like the role that agape loves plays, and it's not just entitled to maybe religion or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Having like you just being connected to that something bigger than yourself, and understanding what love really is in a
Mm.
way that really serves you, like in a create a compounding effect to many many areas in our life.
Mm-hmm.
And kuna something they said, like, like God's love is unconditional, like despite anything he will always choose us.
Mm.
And with that commitment, unapata it will happen to things that we are like, just having like you interacting, you being connected to God also in a mutual way. Based on that aspect, ina compound many things in our life, and unapata the things you pursue, unapata they will never also give up on you
Mm-hmm.
despite any condition. Yes, kutakuwa na ups and downs hivyo when it comes to your romantic relationship, to your family relationship, to any form of relationship or any form of love, unapata the same thing is really really happened when you have a better understanding towards that, because it's about forgiving. Like unaget, God's love is forgiving, all those two good aspects. So unapata when you love from that scope, inakuwa so inakuwa
Yeah.
so different. When you
I
love the
hear
way
you.
God's love,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, inakuwa so different. And that is what I'm trying to do with my everything,
Mm-hmm.
everyone and everything. Like, who understand that we are imperfect beings, and kuna always ups and lows. Like even what you're pursuing today, kuna those days uta feel low, very
Mm.
low, you won't feel like showing up. Kuna those days uta feel
This is the time.
this is the time, this is the
Yeah.
time. So like what, and like it's so desire based. So try to, like, as much as, don't rely on the evidence. If
Mm.
you are choosing this, be committed to it the way
Mm-hmm.
you will be committed to God's love. Like
Yeah.
hakuna the lukewarm aspect, like ni ku go in fully,
Mm.
iende up iende low, just go in fully in everything you choose, and trust me, magic will happen.
True.
Magic will happen.
That is very true.
Yeah.
There's also a saying in the book I'm reading, The Artist's Way, that says, once you just take that one step forward, just that one, the initiative already, the universe and God Himself are working in so many different ways just to move towards you
Zero.
also.
For things to align.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
everything is aligning. So
Uh-huh.
just taking that first initiative,
Uh-huh.
even if it's just the thought,
Mm-hmm.
that's the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of something.
Yeah.
It, no matter how little it is,
Uh-huh.
the world and the universe and God are always going to work for your good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, very true. And also,
Yeah.
like, we should also learn to listen to the universe.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe you've chosen maybe another path.
Hmm.
You are passionate about something, and maybe things might feel like off kidogo,
Hmm.
but kuna this shift I had here. rejection versus redirection. Like now you should just stop seeing everything. Like you should stop seeing any rejection as a redirection. Yeah. You should stop seeing any redirection as a rejection. Is it making sense? Yeah. Like now, don't don't call anything a rejection. This
It's
is
a
a redirection.
redirection.
Yeah. So unapata when you do that more, you'll be listening to the universe, because sometimes unakuja unapata something imeappear kama an obstacle, inakaka rejection, inakaa so bad at the moment, lakini unapata you really need this hardship, they could toughen up kwa something bigger. Because I came to notice like adi kuna things I've been doing lately, alafu it happened like kuna this week I do tattoo, I do so kuna this week I do tattoo, I do drawing, I do all those work ili happen in like nilikuwa na clients from all those field at once in a week, and I noticed, man, like kumbe ilikuwa ina delay. So earlier ilikuwa maybe kuna month itakuwa just about tattoo, kuna ingine itakuwa about portrait drawing, kuna ingine itakuwa painting, kuna ingine itakuwa event, like itakuwa something else, but the same really happened all at once. Alafu nika notice haikuwa ina happen because I wasn't ready, like I really wasn't ready for it, because it was really a lot and I got unhappy. I got unhappy. Then I noticed kumbe what have been happening, I felt like it was like I wasn't like getting all, like I wasn't being more. Kumbe it was happening for a good purpose. Kumbe I really needed this rest, and when this rest is taken from me, I'm not pursuing happiness anymore. Like happiness is gone. Like I don't even feel the passion anymore. So when things are even moving slow in your life, that is the universe talking to you. When you face hardship, just embrace it and be positive about it, and you will learn a lot from it. Because ukiangalia things like persistence, consistency, those things don't come at when things are as soft. Exactly. Inakam like when tukiongelea consistency ni when kuna hardship but you have to show up. Tukiongelea persistency ni wakati kuna rejection but now you see them as redirection. Tukiangalia things like all other things, ina come up when even like a good relationship iko fully defined when things are out in place. Like when things are really falling, wakati bado you choose to show up and bado try to fix it, that is when a good relationship, and what will happen after that is when a good relationship is happening. Because nimekuja nika notice when we decide to live fancy life, we can, like everyone, we can have a like we can connect, like we can connect, like like nimenotice saizi nikidecide like nikiweza put you in a yacht with strangers and all of us tumepewa enough money, tumepewa fancy clothes and everything, like you will connect, like una get, like you will connect, but unapata that is not
But
the
there'll be that one person,
maybe kutakuwa na that one person, but like you wakitoa tu hardship in our life, unapata like hii aspect unapata like when we don't have to compromise for anything, we can really allow many just people in our life but ukiwa na compromising, like let me just give you an example. Kuna those people maybe unapata you really hate to cut ties with them because they were needy, maybe inaweza kuwa emotionally, financially, physically, like they were too needy to a point una feel like it's no longer even serving the relationship. Lakini unapata kuweza kuwa na everything imekuwa served, like hakuna any form of compromising, unapata you will relate to everyone. Useme even kuna those people who you will relate to everyone. Now like you don't have to compromise, you don't have maybe to dress in a type of way, you don't have to do anything, you relate to anyone. But unapata what really creates a different ni wakati kuna hardship, kuna a lot of differences. So hii differences ndio inafanya like na kuchagua despite that difference, like that tells her like na kutake for who you are, who you really are, you get but unapata when hakuna like it's purely soft, like hakuna nose because hakuna una get so like a lot of like good qualities, good values zina come up from these negative experiences. Na if you are just wise enough, utapata they are not even a negative experience.
Changing your perspective. It's all about perspective.
Perspective and mindset.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nime notice this is what is going to continue even after this video. Like this is the
Yes.
conversation we normally have.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
always do. Yeah.
So we can get comfortable to ongelesha kesho, and
Yeah.
but we'll just cut it. We'll just wind it up.
Oh, sadly.
Sadly, yeah.
Okay.
And thank you again for.
Thank you for having me.
You're-
Mheshimiwa. Asante.
Yeah, you're most welcome.
Nimeshukuru.
Yeah.
I hope I'll be back again.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
have a lot
To talk about, yeah. Even behind camera, in front of camera, yeah. And this thing is here for a lifetime. So yeah, in the next 10 years, you look at it and utakuwa like, oh, this is how I was thinking in 2025.
It's gonna be a whole different thing. And I can't wait for that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you for your never-ending support. It's part of the reason why you keep on doing what we are doing. And maybe last word for them.
Bye.
Bye. At your last word.
It will make sense.